Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Libra. That's Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising for the month of December 2025. Yes, we have made it to December. Miracle upon miracle. What a year we have had. Now, if you remember, 2025 is a 9 year. And so we're at the last month of the 9 year. So the 9 year has been about separating out the wheat from the chaff, evaluating what it is we need to let go of and what it is that we need to focus on. What vision do we have for the future? We will be able to work on that vision come January 2026, which is a 10 year, which is about change and new beginnings. So we still have a little bit of work to do in letting go this month. You are a Venus ruled sign. Venus is in Sagittarius for most of the month, and then moves into Capricorn at the end of the month. In fact, we have what did I do with my notes here? Venus moves into actually I knew there was something. Venus actually moves into Capricorn on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December. And Venus in Capricorn. No, so let's talk about Venus in Sag, because that's where it spends the first 23 days of the month. Venus in Sag loves its freedom. It's kind of a devil may care, Venus and Sag. When I think of Venus and Sag, I think of, you know, um, putting on like, oh, who is that guy? The crocodile hunter, like that kind of outfit, and going on an adventure. So we want to be adventurous in the beginning of the month, and then as we get to the end of the month with Venus in the sign of Capricorn, we're a little bit more traditional. And Venus in Capricorn for Christmas Eve and Christmas, around that holiday season is really a very nice Venus to have because it's a love of family, it's a love of tradition. We've had a lot of change and shifting and um, kind of being in a place we haven't yet been or we had never been before. A lot of disruption this year. And to have that sort of calm, more reserved energy of Venus at the end of the month, I think will be a little bit of a respite for us, hopefully. So today I'm going to use the Arcanum deck for Libra. I often use this deck for Libra because it's just so beautiful. And Libra, as a Venus rule sign, loves beauty. It's a love of beauty. I do want to also point out that we're in a 12 vibration month, and when you add the 12 to the 9, we get a 21. 21-3 on the Tree of Life is located on this path right here. It's the path between the Sephiroth of the moon and the Sephiroth of the earth. And if we were to overlay the physical body on this, we would see that this is the birth canal. So there's an energy of giving birth to something. And the world card in the tarot is usually indicative of something coming to fruition. Something is, we're given birth to something, but in that process, it's the end of a cycle and then the beginning of a new one. So it's all about endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. And at the end of this year, we get some sort of baby coming out. And we'll see what that kind of baby is. It could be the baby of the vision for the future, right? For how you want to spend your time and your energy in the 1 year. All right, let's shuffle up here. All right, give it a nice good shuffle. Get some Libra energy into these cards. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Libra. We start the month with you feeling rather overwhelmed and burdened by something. You have a lot of tasks. This could even be for those of you who are inclined to make Christmas a big thing or the holidays a big thing. This could be all the tasks that you have ahead of you in the month of December. Um, But you got to get somewhere, and perhaps it behooves you to decide what really has to be done and what we can leave at the side of the road here. But let's see what's crossing this. The Eight of Pentacles, not enough time to do all the work that you need to do. That's your challenge. But the Eight of Pentacles speaks of just applying yourself. So even though it may seem somewhat overwhelming, the challenge is to just apply yourself to what you put your head down and do the work. So let's see if that's an issue or not. And underneath it, we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is getting your wishes, but it can be a little bit of a lazy energy, I have to say. Wanting things to come to you, like magnetically attract things to you without having to take an action necessarily. But that's not always what this card means. At the core of things, you want what you want. You want your life to be fulfilling. Now, I know I don't usually keep track of card readings from month to month because once I do them, they sort of go out of my head. But I do know, if I'm remembering correctly, that Libra has had quite the year. It's been challenging for Libra. Libra likes balance. Libra likes fairness. And there hasn't been any of that this year. It just seems like balance and fairness has gone out the window to a certain extent. So I can understand you just wanting, let's just be effing happy, all right? Let's be happy. In the past, oh, you were happy. We have the Four of Wands. This is a celebratory card. It's often called the wedding card. Maybe you just had a wedding. Maybe there was a wedding in your life. But this is a gathering of people who like each other. And so you're sort of coming out of that. Um, I'm happy to see that that was your past. Oh, yeah, I want to be happy. This is in the sky. So Spirit says it's there for you. Just reach up. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can. And we all can. We all can. Immediate future. Oh, honey. Anxiety. It's gosh. Anxiety. I hate to see that card for you. I've seen that. I think I've seen that card a number of times for you, Libra. What I would say is notice how the swords are up in the sky. They're sort of, and she's got this lantern down here. Remember, we're in a 9 year. 9 is the hermit, and the hermit holds up his lantern. So, what I would say for you, especially Libra, is instead of focusing on what's going on in the outer world and all the cruelty and because you hate that stuff, it just doesn't makes you ill, really, when you see that kind of stuff. It's better to focus on the light within you. So that's a little cautionary tale there. I know we have to know what's going on in the outer world because we have to go places and we have to do things and we have to know something's coming down the pike. But sometimes it's better just to just have a cursory knowledge of the outer world and focus on the light within you, your own wisdom. You're going to need your own wisdom to get through this month. You're going to need your own wisdom. How it's seen from the outside. Well, people think that you're just all that in a bag of chips, man. This card always reminds me a little bit of oh, what's her name? Michelle Pfeiffer. This card always reminds me a little bit of Michelle Pfeiffer. She's got that beauty. But people see you as a self-made person, surrounded by beautiful things that you worked hard for. Nothing wrong with that. Your domestic situation? Ooh, the King of Pentacles. That's good. It's good. This is the king who knows how to manifest. This could be a father figure, or this could be a partner of sorts, or somebody coming in who can help you with your resources. Perhaps that's what some of your anxiety is about, your resources. But there's help for you. Maybe it's a family friend, maybe it's your local banker, maybe it's a money guy or a money woman. people who know how to work with money, how to invest you. So there's that happening. The King of Pentacles is also a Capricorn energy. So we have that again. We have that sort of Capricornian, tried and true, traditional way of. Um, so what I would say is, I guess if you're thinking of investing, do it in traditional ways of investing, as opposed to things like Bitcoin and all that other stuff that I don't understand, and I barely understand regular money. You know what I'm saying? Hopes and fears, hopes and fears. Things are happening so fast. It's like you want things, certain things you want to happen fast, but other things are happening so fast that you're like, you feel kind of out of control. Let's see the outcome. Abuse of power. Well, it's out there, right? Be careful. Be careful. Okay? That's all this is saying. Be aware, keep your eyes open. Let's see what else comes up. We'll see if there's another card here. Page of Pentacles. I usually pick three till I get a major or three or a major arcana. So this is a new project or a young person. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Okay, well, I'm going to pick one more. Let's see what it comes up. The Fool. Okay. So you're moving away from this. So this is the abuse of power card, right? And then we have like a new project. This again is resources. The Ace of Swords, something legal. This is the Sword of Truth. And as the Sword of Truth falls, we have a leap of faith and a new beginning. So you're actually going to have a totally new experience at the end of this month, or because of this, because of what happens in this month. Um, if somebody does want to abuse their power around you, um, it's not going to be allowed. It's not going to be allowed. Let's see what's underneath. The Hanged Man, which is the card for December. So this is about staying connected to spirit, um, looking at what's going on from a different perspective, and understanding what you can and cannot affect. Okay, this is a serenity prayer. Ten of Pentacles, money, family money coming in, and the Five of Pentacles, which is the complete opposite. So this is like riches, and this is loss of riches, right? Or feeling destitute. You're going to see both those things. Maybe not in your life, but you're going to be observing. You're going to be observing those who have everything and those who have very little. And there's not much you can do about it at this point, except to look at it from a different perspective and observe what's going on. I don't feel like this is you per se, but I feel like it's the world. You're looking at the world because you are a Libra and you do like things to be just. And things don't seem very just these days. All right, so now I'm going to pick um, a Mystic Sister card. That's the deck I decided to use for the Oracle read. And let's ask the Mystic Sister Oracle, what energy does Libra need to be aware of? What message? Oh, jumped right out of the deck. Persephone. Persephone. Look how beautiful she is. Eat some pomegranates. They have a lot of antioxidants. Very, very important at this time. Keep your immunity up. But let me see what the card says. I'll hold it up again. You just find her in the book here. Resilience, adjustments, and faith. The path of the Libra on the tree of life. is actually this path right here, this green one. That's where Libra sits on the tree of life, and it's called the intelligence, the faithful intelligence, because everything balances out in the end, and you have faith in that. All right, Persephone. Persephone is the queen of the underworld, the guardian of the dead, and the daughter of the harvest goddess Demeter. One day, when young Persephone was picking flowers, Hades, the lord of the underworld, saw her and became overwhelmed with desire. He abducted Persephone and brought her back to the underworld. He then offered her a pomegranate. Having eaten the fruit of the dead, she became bound to him forever. She would ever after rule over the underworld for 3 winter months of the year. And these are the months that we're in, the 3 winter months. So December, January, February, into March, right? Those are the 3 months. So this might apply to those 3 months coming up, January, well, December, because winter starts in December on the 21st, and spring starts probably on the 20th or 21st of probably the 20th um, of March. So that intervening period, the winter season, this card will apply for you. And she would return in the spring to be with Demeter. Persephone symbolizes the unconscious and hidden reality that is full of riches and promises. She reminds us of our resilience in the face of a challenge. Her message is to trust that you have the resources within to make the most of any situation if you allow yourself to access them. The other thing about the story of Persephone that I like to point out is that when she was abducted, she was a maiden. But when she returned to her mother, she was a queen. And she was a queen because she faced the underworld. She faced the shadow. We're all facing the shadow. And we will rise up stronger and much more queenly. Take care of yourself, Libra. It's been quite the year. Have yourself a wonderful holiday season, everyone. I will see you again in January. I have a little something special that I'm working on for January for everybody. So you can keep your eyes peeled for that. If you'd like to join us for Mystic Sisters, we do that on Saturday night, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Ona from Ona's Tower and myself do it every Saturday. And it varies. Sometimes it's on my channel. The next week it's on her channel. I'll put something down in the drop down menu if you need more information on that. But until I see you again, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Take care of yourselves. And it is it's already better. It's already better. Believe me. Okay. Take care. Namaste.